Hi everyone. I have pulled out some of my greens and yellows from the 48 Kuretake set because, believe it or not, I think I want to try and work with the graphite yellow. I know I've said in previous videos that this one's not really one of my favorites, but darn it, I'm gonna make it one of my favorites. And maybe if I just play with that color scheme, it might become something that I really enjoy. So that is the plan for today. I am working on my bee paper, which is 100% cotton. Couldn't find it for the longest time, and then I realized I actually cleaned up a little bit and put the paper away. So I just had to open up a drawer. Anyway, so it's 100% cotton paper, and I call it bee paper because it's the bee paper company. I love this paper. It feels nice on my hands. You guys know I have a little bit of an issue. Didn't think I did have an issue, but I do. So there's something I didn't know about myself. I'm having a little bit of a hard time figuring out where to begin. I think I might start with dry paper. I like when I work with a darker color, and this yellow, even though it says yellow, it's actually quite dark. So because of that, I might start with my lighter colors. And I'm gonna start with the green and the brighter yellow. Alright, so let's bring in some of the graphite yellow and then you'll see what I'm talking about. I kind of want to keep this part white because I think it will help just keeping it a little bit light. See what I mean? Ooh, but look. That's pretty. Maybe we'll do that over here. Okay. And the yellow is a little bit more dry. This is really pretty. I wish it would stay, but I don't think it's gonna stay. In fact, I know for a fact that it's not gonna stay because I'm gonna spray some water on it and then it'll be all gone. All right, let's bring in some of the darker yellow over here. Not too much. And then I wanna bring in this green. And this green over here. These two are really pretty together. Look at that. Huh. I thought it wasn't going to work for some reason, but I quite like it. All right, I'm just trying to get some of that color off of my brush. And now we're gonna spray it with water. And then we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't like that darker yellow. So we're gonna try and cover it up. I do love this green. Let me bring in a little bit more of that. This graphite yellow is very invasive. Like, I don't remember putting down that much. And it's just like it wants to be all over this space. I think I want to mop it up a little bit because this is getting to be a little bit too muddy. So I'm gonna get some paper and I'm gonna just mop it up.
I mean, I'm giving you a chance here, but don't try and take over this whole painting, okay? Seriously. Calm down.
Looks kind of camouflage, huh? Not sure how I feel about that. I'm just gonna play with the water a little bit. The rest of the water that's on the page. Because I don't want to necessarily add too much more of it. I might try and soften up the edges around it. Well, we may have wrecked it. We'll see. I didn't want to add that much water, but it was also quite dark. Darker than I would have liked. So hopefully it's not going to turn out a disaster. You know, this happens sometimes, and that's okay. We take some away, we put some back on. I like how the colors are a lot more wispy on this side, and that's a good thing. So we're gonna try and work with that. You know, we have reached a point where I'm not quite sure if this is gonna go any further. So I'm gonna put it away. I'm gonna let it dry, and I'm gonna start a new one, and hopefully I can work with it a little bit more.
I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. Why do I play with colors that I don't like? It's not like I have to prove myself to anyone.
I just want to work with pretty colors. You know what? I think I'm going to scratch this whole idea, and we're just going to work with the greens. The light greens over here, because those are pretty. All right. You may or may not see this in the future. We'll see. For now, it's gonna go in the let me think about pile. Well, I guess it didn't dry too bad. And I could potentially turn it into something fun. So let's put on the music and time lapse. All right, let's see what I can come up with. what do we think? Sometimes it's good to step away and just let it percolate for a little while before you come back to it. I also drew a lot of inspiration from my sketchbook that I filled or partially filled over the summer. If I flip through here, I can find a lot of similarities with my doodles. And that's why I like having these on hand, because if I get stuck on a background like I did here, and I think I don't see any point of continuing, I come back to these and just slap some of these doodles on, because I like this style and I am almost always able to incorporate something like this onto a background that I'm not particularly fond of. So it's good to have your older pieces on hand or your sketchbook on hand to refer back to and to draw inspiration from, is what I'm trying to say. So with that, I am going to wrap up the year of 2023. I am so excited that you're here with me, experiencing my art journey with me. I just never thought this would be such a fun place to hang out. So thank you for making my year. Really, it's been a pleasure, and I wish you nothing but the best. I hope you have a happy new year filled with lots of creations, filled with good health, filled with excitement. And I will see you next week, which will be next year in January. See you then.